weeks we aim to bring you the best in music, fun and games. So let me introduce you to our house. We're in Manchester, my name's Claire, and if I go over here I can introduce you to our very first guest. It's George Borowski. And finally let me introduce our guest liaison, Mr. Stephen Hester.
Yay!
Steve, how are our audience doing tonight?
Our audience are getting absolutely stoked tonight. How you doing, audience? You alright?
Yeah!
We're going to be coming back to them later. We're going to be doing some fun and games, but for now, back to the couch.
And over here is our very famous sofa where we're going to have some very special guests, which leads me to our first guest here today. It's Rowetta. She's my co-host for today as well. Pleased to have you here today, Rowetta.
Say that again. Sorry. Pleased to have you here.
Yeah, please. Oh no, it's alright. So I want to have a chat with you first. You're our co-host. I want to get to know about you. Obviously a lot of people know you from the X Factor, but I want to go back to before then, the Happy Mondays.
Yeah.
Is it true that you actually pestered their manager until you actually got a job with them?
I pestered all of them. The manager, I pestered Tony Wilson. Not to get a job, I just wanted to join the band.
And why did you want to join the band?
Because I love them. I saw them on Tony Wilson's show, The Other Side of Midnight, and then I went to see them at Widnes at a gig, and I just thought the crowd, I've never been to a gig where the crowd danced to everything, and the band don't look any different than the audience. In fact, they look rougher than the audience, and I just wanted to be on the stage with them. I just thought it looked like a big party. So I didn't think they would, but then I'd give their manager a ticket to come and see me singing somewhere, and he said, "You're madder than them." So yeah, just a few weeks later I got to sing on Step On, and then did G-Mex was my first gig in 1990.
Right, was that quite daunting for you to do a big gig like that? Or?
Yeah, because I didn't really know the band. Bez had chatted me up in the past, but I didn't really know the rest of the band.
Was he good at it?
Good at chatting me up?
Yeah.
Didn't work, didn't go with him. Was he good at what?
Was he good at it?
He was a good dancer. But no, so I didn't really know them, so that was the worst bit, and I just thought it was mad going on at G-Mex with them. It was their biggest gig they'd ever done, and so for that to be my first one, I was just buzzing, and all of Manchester was buzzing that time. It was Manchester time, and all the bands were doing well, so it was brilliant. And then we were doing Top of the Pops and Wembley and all that, all within a really short space of time, so it was a brilliant time.
Brilliant experience, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're still best mates with Bez?
Yeah, really am. I'm going to be godmother to his little baby boy he's just had called Leo, so I'm over the moon.
So
yeah.
Congratulations, Bez.
Thank you. I know. It's his third boy, but my first godson, Sebez. So yeah.
Oh. I know, like I said, a lot of people know you from the X Factor. I just wanted to ask you about your experience on that.
Right.
What made you go for that in the first place?
Because I wanted to, because I get asked a lot this, and a lot of the Happy Mondays fans said, "What are you doing? Or what the F are you doing?" And I said, because I'm stupid, but I used to love American Idol, and I thought Simon Cowell was really funny. So I just thought it'd be really funny to go on drunk on one of these shows and just sing, and I wanted him to say, "You can sing, Rowetta." So when there was no age limit, because I was too old for Pop Idol, I just did it for a laugh. I went on drunk, didn't think I'd do it and do really well. But then once you're in it, and once you get on it, your mums to people like that and my kids wanted me to do well. So I started taking it a bit too seriously and crying every week, and just really emotional, because my mum and my grandma, she's 91 now in hospital, she's like, oh, it's so great to see you. And it was just a bit emotional.
Yeah.
But yeah, I found it really hard but really funny.
Yeah. See, I remember your first audition, and I did remember thinking that you were mad. You just went in and you were just like in their face.
I was just drunk.
And stuff. I didn't realise you were drunk.
It's a really long day when you sat waiting. I think I was second to last. I've been there all morning, so it's just a long day. And a lot of people think it was nerves. No, I was just drunk.
And what's Simon like? Is he a nice?
It's great. Yeah, I've got on with him really well because he really liked me, and he's really funny. And considering he's probably almost a billionaire, really down to earth, really funny. Got a filthy sense of humour. And just don't really like him, still do love him to pieces. I think he's brilliant.
Do you keep in touch with him?
Yeah, with all of them. Sharon as well. I work with Terry Longdon, who's Sharon's or Ozzy's nephew. Yeah. So yeah.
That's brilliant. And so tell us a bit about what you're doing now. I know you're presenting your own radio show, is that right?
Yeah, for Gadio. I do with Terry Longdon, who's just mentioned, Ozzy Osbourne's nephew, and we do that just once a month in the run up to Manchester Pride. We do that, and I fill in sometimes at BBC Radio Manchester, but I think I'm a bit mad for them. But I just do loads of gigs and loads of dance tunes. I've got loads of dance tunes this year. I've done really well in Ibiza. Something I sang about 19 years ago when I was 2. That's just done really well, called Reach Out. It's been sampled by loads. So yeah, no, it's just enjoying it.
And you're working with Freebase at the moment, is that right?
Yeah, on a track called Shot Down. No, I know what the chorus is. Shot Down it's called. Yeah, but they've got loads of singers working with them. But Hulky's a good mate, so I work with him a lot anyway. And he's been playing me tunes all the time, so he's a great DJ. He's been DJing all over the world.
Yeah.
So yeah, as soon as they get time and get their act together, then hopefully they'll get something out. I don't know whether I'm going to be on album 1, album 2. I don't know how it's going to work, because I've got a permanent singer now.
Right. For those who don't know Freebase, they're Manchester legends, aren't they?
Yeah, it's bass players. It's Peter Hook from New Order Joy Division, Andy Rourke from the Smiths, and Manny from the Stone Roses and Primal Scream, and got Tim Burgess singing, Billy Corgan from the Smashing Pumpkins. They've got loads of good singers. I think I'm the only girl they've got so far, so I'm really chuffed. But as I say, I don't know who's going to be doing which album or how they're going to do it. They're not organised really.
Yeah.
We just all been given a track to write.
Yeah.
But I love it. I love the track. I can't wait to sing it.
Yeah. So you've done a bit of presenting, singing. You've even been on stage.
Yeah, I've done musicals. I'm going to do some more of that next year. I just like doing loads of different things. But really, I love doing my dance tunes. I sing with quite a lot of bands as well. I sang with another band called China White, who are more of a hip-hop, trip-hop band. Yeah. And I just sang with a band in America called Crossbreed, who are a death metal band. Yeah. And their manager's Kiss. So he saw me with Happy Mondays years and years ago, and they got me to do a tune with them, a death metal version of Superstitious. Right. So I love doing that, and then going back and I do loads of gay venues, which I love. But I just love it. I love doing different things because it's boring if you don't.
Yeah, definitely. And tell us about the track you're going to be singing for us today.
It's a song, because my grandma's in hospital, I'm not going to be soppy, but I wrote it for my mum on her 70th birthday, and I wanted to do it today. It's called Mother Love, and I just like it.
Right, that's brilliant. So you're our co-host for this evening. Do you want to introduce our first guest?
Yeah, our first guest tonight is he's a legend in Manchester, and he's called George Borowski.
You can bring the breeze.
love our house and want to get involved, Steve's going to tell you how.
Okay, if you want to look us up on the web, you can go to www.ourhouse-manchester.com. If you've got anything you want to send us through email, you can send it at mail@ourhouse-manchester.com. And also, don't forget, you can look us up on Facebook under the Our House. Surprise, surprise. Now, back to Claire.
Thanks, Steve. Now, Steve went out on his stop yesterday to find out what you think about the credit crunch, about booze prices, about the smoking ban. How is it affecting pubs nowadays? Let's take a look.
Great British pint, enjoyed by hard-working men and women for years. Friday night, you come to a place like this, the old rectory in Stockport, and you have a beer with your friends. Or at least you used to. Nowadays, not many people are going out. Why? Well, there's plenty of people here. Let's ask them and find out, shall we?
I just think the pubs are they're dead, aren't they? No matter where you go, there's nobody in the pubs anymore. I don't know, it's a combination of the smoking ban, prices have gone up, everything, but I think it's a combination of everything, really. Nobody's going out anymore, are they?
I prefer going out, it's more sociable. But we usually go out with our son. It's very rare we go out on our own.
More people come out now for a meal as families because there's no smoking in a pub.
I think the smoking ban has made quite a big difference to us because I think it's a nicer atmosphere to go into and sit down and have a drink without it being all smoky and feeling so you can just have one drink and then you have to go because it's too smoky.
It's been a lot quieter since people have started the smoking ban. I think it has.
Some prices when you go out have gone up a lot, so we tend to either drink at home or we come places like this where a bottle of wine is only a little bit more than buying it at the supermarket.
To get like a glass of wine and a beer and a soft drink, it's nearly £10 at our local we go to.
How much did it used to be?
It's probably about £6.50.
I know my father used to tell me when he used to go out at my age, he could go out on £1 and come back with fish and chips. And I always used to look at him and think he was daft, but I find myself saying the same thing to my kids. But it's not a quid, it's a fiver.
So what have we learned here? Well, people still go out. People still want to go out. People still can afford to go out. People don't necessarily mind the fact that they're not allowed to smoke. And also that the kids don't mind what they spend. As for me, well, I'm just going to finish this and then maybe just have one more for the road. Cheers.
So how very interesting. People don't actually really care about the smoking ban or the prices of beer anymore. How very strange. I would have thought it would have been a completely different opinion. Anyway, let me move on to our next guest today. We've got the legend, George Borowski.
You got the name right.
I just wanted to ask you, you're kind of known as Guitar George.
I am.
Why is that?
Because people like me to be Guitar George, because I've got that old guitar basically. I did a show once with Dire Straits at Rafters,
Yeah.
and they kind of came in halfway through our show and he ended up playing my guitar.
Right.
So I said, well, you can have it if you want it as a present. And he said, no, I can't take it. He said, I'll buy it off you because he really loved the neck. So I said, well, you're such a great player, please have it. It's only £18 and you can have it as a present. And of course, rest is history. He went on, but it got to the point where people used to say, aren't you supposed to be at Wembley tonight? And I said, no, that's Martin Offler, I'm just George Borowski. But it's not me. But it kind of grew out of all proportions. St. 3 and Fortons.
Yeah.
We're going to a dance, it's one of those. You know.
Right. Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. So you've been around for quite a while. You've toured with some amazing people. You've toured with like Meatloaf
Yes.
and Radiohead.
Yes.
I believe you've got a really interesting story about Meatloaf. Did you co-write a song with him?
Well, I went to, after the first time I toured with him, he invited me out to his house in Stamford, in Connecticut, to write some songs because he wanted a ballad, so he didn't have to do 2 out of 3 ain't bad all the time, because he was in litigation with Steinman at the time, and they were kind of suing each other, and just one of those situations where people don't realise that everybody's bringing something to the table. So I went out there and we wrote some songs, and then we went to the power station, and Tom Dowd was recording it. But I think Meat owed everybody loads of money, so in the end he did a co-write with lots of his other players.
Yeah.
But the song's still there, and I'm going to go to America later to work with Lisa Mills, who's unbelievable. Basically, it's Elvis in a lady.
Right.
Just the greatest voice I've ever heard.
She's worked with quite a few famous people.
She's done things with Robert Plant and all sorts of. She came over with Big Brother and the Holding Company first, as kind of a Janis Joplin tribute thing. But really, if you get a chance, you should really get to see her. She's fabulous.
Yeah. You're going to be a film star, I believe, as well. Is that right?
Well, a non-speaking one apparently.
Oh, right.
No, it's well, not a film star, but there's a film being made in Manchester, and I've got a play guy called Howard, and there's no smiling. I can't smile. It's for me. It's like,
that's going to be really hard. You're
I
always
know.
smiling.
I know. So I've got to be really deadpan. So I'm really enjoying this interview. I've got to be like that all the way through. But that's what it is basically. And the story, which I play a guy called Howard, who went to Barcelona when he was young, met a girl, fell in love, played out. The girl had a little girl. She's now 18. She's going to come back to see me. Never seen her since then. And he's a kind of a songwriter. And but you mustn't smile. You've got me glum all the time. So I don't know how that'll go, but that starts in September as well.
Right.
So that's dead exciting.
Yeah, it is.
As it has been here, right? It's like being at a party.
I wanted to ask you something because I saw you live.
Yes.
At the beginning of your show, you handed out sweets, and I just wanted to ask what the deal was with the sweets, because your audience members kind of responded to it like as if it's a regular thing that you do. Is that what you normally do? Hand out sweets?
Yeah, I think it's because for me, sweets are the kind of the international symbol for children. And when I was little, all the ladies in all the streets, wherever you went, would give you a sweet or threaten us for a sweet, and basically it was like a collective responsibility. So I did the 10th anniversary of independence of South Africa at Edinburgh, and I decided that I'd like to do something to make it memorable. So I got lots of trays and I filled them with sweets, and the stage was about 8 feet high, so the children couldn't reach. But what happened was people would come out of the audience and lift the children up to reach a sweet in the basket. So it was like a moment in time. So I thought, well, that's a great thing to do. It's a great icebreaker, you know what I mean? Because people can bring anything, you know.
It's great to get the audience.
Yeah, chocolate limes and all that kind of stuff, you know.
What's your favourite sweet?
Me, I like Nuttos, Mintos, but really I'm a Galaxy chocolate person, really, as much as I can get, you know. When I was little, everybody gave you sweets, and people looked after you, and if you were crossing the street, a total stranger would get you by the hand and cross you, and you were safe. And so the sweets I thought were a great symbol, and of course we're only children in bigger clothes, really, you know. And if somebody, you see that ad where people offer a guy offers a girl a mint at the bus stop, that's all they mean, and that's why I use it, really. And it also means the audience stay sober.
Do you think it's a shame these days that that type of innocence has actually been lost, though?
I do, but I think most of it is caused by a statement that was all strangers are dangerous. So when I used to go meet Vienna at school in my Volvo with my long hair, every now and again one of the mums used to phone the office and say, there's a guy outside and I think he's a bit of a lurker. And Mrs. Warren would come out and say, that's Vienna's dad. He's been coming here for 6 years. Have you ever spoken to him? And of course the kids would come out and I'd always have sweets. So I do believe that. And 99.9% of people are absolutely sound. Most people are just too nervous and too self-conscious to go to a child's aid or to anybody's aid.
You've got to now though. If there's a man outside my kid's school handing out sweets and I don't know him, I would think, oh. Well, I know it's innocent, but nowadays there's loads of dodgy ones in there.
But that's because we haven't got that collective responsibility. It wouldn't happen because if everybody, it's like the bucket. You want to put the fire out, pass the bucket to the next person, you know.
I want to talk to you about your new album. You've got an album launch in October.
Yes.
So tell me about, what's it called? What sort of things can we expect from that?
It's called Fair Siberian, which is part of a trilogy of songs, a trilogy of albums really, which are all based on the 53 bus. Because most of my life took part, you know, either going to the Polish church or to the schools, or going to work in Trafford Park, which the 53 bus runs all the way from, as you know, it used to run from Tenax Road all the way to Queen's Road. And you could see one bus terminus from the other bus terminus if you looked across from Salford. And Severian was the school that I went to, which was fantastic. It was a Catholic grammar school. It's now a sixth form college, and there's loads and loads of fantastic creative people have come from it, as they have from all schools. But the thing about Severian was that you could go almost top of the pops because it was just around the corner, so you could put your coat on and like cheat and pretend you were like 18. So the album's based around all those things. Okay, so I'm really excited in that.
Yeah.
So it comes out in October the 25th.
And you're having an album launch for that?
We're having an album launch at Club Academy.
Right.
You know, and then later we're hopefully playing at another album launch because I've been invited by Peter, who you know, from Usual Suspects, and they're having an album launch as well.
I just want to say you've been absolutely brilliant. You've done a wicked song for us today, and I'm really honoured to have you on the show. So I just want to say
Thank you very much. I'm sure it's going to be great. I'm sure we're going to have a great time. I look forward to seeing it, and thanks very much, everybody. You've been great.
And now it's time for the yes-no game. We've got ourselves two contestants here. Let's introduce yourselves. And you are?
Lenny.
Lenny. And what do you do, Lenny?
I'm security manager for Next.
You're a security manager. And we have over here?
Joanne.
Joanne. And what is it you do?
I'm an account manager in the hotel industry.
Okay, now, do you both know the rules?
Yeah.
No? Well, okay. You're going to have a minute, and I'm going to ask you a series of questions. You have to avoid saying either yes or no. If, at the end of that minute, you've successfully managed to avoid saying either yes or no, you win the fantabulous prize of a can of beer! You ready? In that case, we shall begin. Your name's Lenny, yeah?
Maybe.
Are you sure about that?
Mm-hmm.
So you work as a security manager?
Could do.
Whereabouts do you work?
Next.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Is that in Stockport?
Maybe.
So not a yes.
I don't know, I've completely lost it. Have you lost it as well?
Not yet. Give it time. Go in.
Are you having a drink?
Maybe.
Are you enjoying yourself? We've run out of time there. I think there was a couple of dodgy ones there. I'm really not too sure about that. We might have to go to the adjudicator. Okay then, let me just move over here just a little bit. Okay. Right, and we ready again? And let's begin. Okay, your name's Joanne, yes?
It is.
Okay, you glad to be here?
I am.
You enjoying yourself?
A lot.
Yes?
A lot.
Did you enjoy George?
It was great.
Yeah? You looking forward to the song?
I really am, yeah.
Yeah? Oh. There we go. I'm sorry about that, Joanne. Commiserations for Joanne, everybody. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Well, congratulations to Lenny. Congratulations. Good to be claiming your fantastic prize of a can of beer in just a short while.
Oh, quality.
Thank you so much for watching, and I want to say a big thank you to our guest tonight, George Borowski. I want to say thank you, Steve. Thanks to our fabulous audience. Stay tuned, because coming up in future shows we've got brilliant bands. We've got the 66, El Policia, we've got Urban Nights and the Usual Suspects. Take us out of tonight's show, please give it up for the fabulous, the wonderful Rowetta!
She is my
She's like the sunshine.